I've seen strangers hold each other tighter than you ever held me. Came out sharper than Aiden meant. But the silence that followed was even worse. Noah didn't flinch. He just stared back at Aiden, as if waiting for the storm to pass like always. As if his distance could ever be a comfort. They had been together for a year. On paper, everything was perfect. Shared apartment in Brooklyn, matching toothbrushes, coffee runs every Sunday, and that one embarrassing time they'd both cried during a Pixar movie. But in private, behind closed doors, something never clicked. Noah never kissed him without asking. Never initiated touch beyond a careful brush of fingertips. No spontaneous hugs, no lazy cuddles on the couch. Even in bed, he kept a polite space between them, as if love could be observed but never inhabited. It was Aiden who always reached first, who leaned in, who broke the silence. And tonight, something in him finally snapped. "Do you even want me?" Aiden asked, voice low, not accusing, just tired. Noah stood at the kitchen counter, 2 steaming mugs in hand. He didn't move to hand Aiden his. "I do," Noah said softly. Aiden waited for more. An explanation. A reason why love felt like an exhibit behind glass. But none came. He took his mug, brushing against Noah's hand deliberately. Noah flinched. That was the first time Aiden really saw it. Not just distance. Fear. Their story hadn't started like this. Aiden met Noah at a small queer bookstore off 6th Avenue. They reached for the same copy of Giovanni's Room. Their hands touched. They laughed. Aiden, the fast-falling, hopelessly romantic artist. Noah, the quiet, composed, stunning man with a secret smile that Aiden became addicted to in seconds. First dates were easy. Long walks, even longer talks. They fell asleep on the phone. Aiden painted Noah's laugh once. He never showed it to anyone else. But something shifted when they moved in together. The warmth never left, but it was walled in, contained. Aiden chalked it up to Noah being reserved. Some people weren't touchy. Not everyone grew up being hugged and kissed and told they were loved. But a whole year, and Noah still moved like Aiden might break him if he held too tight. 3 months before the fight, Aiden started noticing other things. Noah's nightmares. The way he woke up gasping, drenched in sweat, but never screamed. How he sat on the bathroom floor sometimes for hours after. And how, once, when Aiden tried to join him just to hold him, Noah had actually begged not to be touched. He had whispered, "Please, don't. I can't do that." That night, Aiden slept in the living room. Not because he wanted to, because he didn't know what else to do. Aiden stared at his half-painted canvas. It had been blank for a month. He didn't feel like creating. Not when he felt invisible in his own home. When he finally gathered the courage to speak again, it wasn't at the right time. But what time was ever right? "Noah, we can't keep pretending this is enough." Noah froze, toast in one hand, a butter knife in the other. "I love you," Aiden said, "but you're not here. Not fully. And I don't know what I'm waiting for anymore." Noah set the knife down slowly. His face, normally unreadable, cracked a little. Just enough. "I never thought I'd get this far," he said, voice shaking. "With you." "What does that mean?" Aiden asked. Noah looked away. "It means I've never been with anyone past 3 months. Because I always ruined it. Because they always wanted what I couldn't give." "Which is?" Noah breathed in. "Touch, intimacy, trust, everything." And then, for the first time in a year, Noah said something real. "When I was 17, he began. Someone I trusted hurt me. Badly. I thought I was over it. I told myself I was. But the first time you tried to hold me in your sleep, I felt like I was 17 again." Silence fell. But it wasn't hollow. It was heavy. Aiden sat beside him, close but not touching. "You should have told me," he whispered. "I was afraid if I did, you'd leave," Noah said, voice cracking. Aiden's eyes welled. "You were already keeping me at arm's length. I was already losing you." Noah finally looked at him. Really looked. "I don't want to lose you. Then let me in. Just let me be where you are. Even if it's scary." The healing didn't happen all at once. They didn't have a magical night of passion where all wounds were healed. But the next morning, Noah reached for Aiden's hand first. They started therapy, separately, then together. It wasn't romantic at first. It was messy and hard and full of stops and starts. Noah flinched less. He talked more. And slowly they found a rhythm. A quiet kind of love that didn't rely on grand gestures, but tiny, deliberate choices. Aiden stopped expecting touch and started appreciating the way Noah showed up. Not just physically, emotionally. Noah, for his part, learned to unlearn. That touch could be chosen, not forced. That he could be vulnerable and still be safe. One rainy night, nearly 15 months in, Aiden was sketching by the window. Noah came up behind him and wrapped his arms around his waist. Aiden froze. "You okay?" Noah smiled. "Yeah, I think I'm ready." When they made love for the first time, it wasn't passionate or wild. It was quiet, slow, tender, reverent. After Aiden cried, not because of the act, but because it meant something. It meant he had been chosen, fully. Aiden's next painting was of Noah's back, painted in hues of twilight and storm. He called it Healing. When it was hung at the gallery, people whispered about its intimacy. But only Aiden knew what it really meant. That love isn't always loud. Sometimes, love waits at the edge of pain, and chooses to stay anyway. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos.